Okay, here's a brief walk around video of the 2004 Fountain 31 tournament center console. And as you can see, it's got two 225 Mark IV strokes. The paint on the back of it's a little faded on this part. The lower units are both brand new. The water impellers in them are brand new, and the props are impeccable. You have no marks. So now we have two sets of props here for this boat. These are Yami 23s on it, and we have a set of Stiletto 21s. The buyer can pick either set, and we can take it for a sea trial. They can pick which set they want. You can see it has K-planes on it. All the cables and everything, it looks kind of crusty, but all the cables and everything are fine. The trim tabs, the indicator form up on the dash up there work fine. You can see down the boat. It's nice and shiny. Now it's still going in the building to be buffed and waxed. We haven't done that yet. We just gave it a brief wash. And like that's, do you see right there? We'll clean all that off. Now, right now it's sitting on our transport trailer. If you're actually an interested buyer in it, or the high buyer, this trailer we got here is a monster. It's almost 48 feet long, but we can deliver it for, I think it's $3 a mile. Let's see if I can get this in. There we go. But anyway, if you got any questions about the delivery cost, feel free to ask. There'll be a phone number on there. Just call. Or, you know, you obviously can arrange your own transport for it. But our guys are pretty good, so. And that's just a little dirt. It needs to be cleaned off. The engines are really nice. They have new spark plugs, new oil, new lower unit oil. Obviously the props, the lower units are new, the water impellers and the housings are new. So everything on the engines and all that stuff, the maintenance are done. When you look at this, it's just crust from just basically sitting in the water. But none of the bolts or anything are bad. There's no electrolysis on it or anything like that. There's no rust in there. Everything in there is pretty clean. And I just want to show this video up. It looks funny in the camera, but it's really not near as bad as this camera makes it look. See that? That's just water right here. Like I was saying, it's really the only thing that looks bad on it on the outside is just a little fading out here. And we may end up even just having that resprayed from there to there because the top cowlings are beautiful. But the bottoms are just mold injected plastic, so they're not actually refinished like the tops are finished. And the bottoms get finished, but the tops don't. But anyway, let me get to the rest of this boat here. And you can see it's nice and shiny. Okay. Now, it doesn't have any electronics. Whoever owned it took the electronics off it. The canvas is perfect. All the seats are perfect except for the driver's seat. It has one mark. I've seen that. I looked it over. But even the sides here, going down, all these seats, padding's perfect. This is just a little dirty for our guys crawling in and out of it. This seat had this. Split on the edge. The rest was good. Just a little dirt. There's no marks. There's no stains. There's 2 little marks up here on this side. That something must have rubbed on it getting in and out. And a little mark there, and there's a little split right there. All the marks are on this side. It's a snap. Anyway, let me keep going down. Let's lift these up. There's traction. You can take these off and fish up front or whatever you do with it. There's 4 Sony speakers in it. It's got a thing to open up. You can go in the cabin, and I thought that was designed for either ventilation or putting a small air conditioning unit or something out here. There's a box down here. Let me open this. Or maybe it's so you don't get locked inside. You can twist it over from the inside and unlock it. I don't know, but anyway, I'll show you the inside here. The inside as expected. And there's lights inside. And I'll do a video tomorrow. We're just getting a quick one done here of running it and turning everything on and so forth. We'll add that video to it, but today, just for the list to get started, just going to give you a walk around. You can see the poles, the end of the poles are pretty shiny still. Actually, they're really shiny. Polished anodized, that's the word I was trying to get out. You can lift this pad up here. And this is actually a huge box. And that box is like at least 4 feet back. And probably 2 feet wide. This one, the cable is attached. This one, the cable come off. Put it back. And there's buttons on top of these to make them release. Okay. And that actually unsnaps and gives you like wide access to get right back in there. And the seats in the back fold up somehow. There's a couple boxes back here for miscellaneous stuff. And down the floor here, and you can see it's a little dirty from us walking around, but in the floor is a spare battery, and that's just a compartment for like dry storage. It's not a fish box. The seat on this thing flips up, and you got sponsored drinks. Now, you see these little marks on here? These are all stainless screws. Every single boat gets it, and the camera makes it look way worse than it is, like I was saying. It's a heavy seat. The steering wheel is going to mold in the pits of it. You can see the little teeny pinholes of it. And the other thing I noticed was this. Some of the paint is peeling off. It's an aluminum plate that holds all the gauges. All the gauges all work. We went through and tested them all. You can see the engine hours. Now, the engine hours right now are reading 689 hours. When you pick up, it's going to be like 675 hours, because maybe a little bit less. But we're going to go out and sea trial it for the prop sets and see which ones run the best out. The speedometer is GPS digital, and that's the GPS setup for it. Oh, the battery's off. And, you know, that's something I wanted to show you too. The plastics are perfect on it. All of these plastics are perfect. We haven't cleaned them or anything yet. Really, all this boat's had is a wash so far. And after we get it all detailed out, I'll probably make another video. There's a Sony stereo in there, and that's Bluetooth, and it's got the setup for the app. And then, like I said, there's 4 Sony speakers there and here. And this one here doesn't have, I guess it does got a little bit down here. But you see, it's not like it's just lifted a little bit. But anyway, so the switches, we've tested all of them work. The guy's been up here going through and making sure all that stuff goes before we do the cleaning part. There's a live one here. You lift the seat and it actually lifts it up and flips back. And this is clear, kind of. It's got a little water still. The live well is huge. You don't even get a good view of that. You see the engines, cowlings aren't faded or anything. I mean, obviously whoever had them, they must have kept pretty good care of the engines in the boat, keeping it waxed and so forth. I just got it all dirty walking around in this. Like I said, you could see like our guys went in and out. They did an oil change, spark plugs, did the went through and tested all those gauges and switches and stuff. And then that's when it comes to my part here, making a video and showing anything that needs to be fixed still. Yeah, just a little crust. These guys. I think there's two there, two here, two of them that already fell out, two on this side. And it's the same on both sides. Those little 3-inch round rod holder things, almost all kind of fell apart. You see you got snap connectors to put your hook. Raw water wash down. Okay, I don't know a whole lot about these boats, so if you have any questions, you want us to get up inside of here, take more pictures, look at something, check something for you, please feel free to ask. I'm trying to get a picture of to show the condition of it. The windlass, they took that off the front, and like I was saying, there were some electronics in this. There's not electronics in it now. And there probably were electronics inside of here, and they're not in it now. So, it needs electronics. And that's about it. Like I said, the top is brand new. That's about it.